Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. Ever stop and wonder what our police go through? What our first responders go through? Imagine seeing a 19-year-old girl who's on fire walking towards you. Imagine what kind of horrific trauma that's going to have in your life if you're exposed to that kind of event. PTSD is what our military suffers. Many of them suffer from what they've been exposed to in battle in Iraq, in Afghanistan, and other parts of the world. But what about the police? What about the first responders, the medical people that go in and see bodies all mutilated? How do you think they go to sleep at night? You ever give that any thought and consideration? You probably haven't given it a whole lot, and you might want to consider doing so, especially in light of the way our men in blue and our women in blue are being attacked by this criminal, dysfunctional Department of Justice and this criminal and dysfunctional administration run out of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I don't know how Barack Hussein Obama can go to bed at night with all of the people that he himself ordered to be vaporized with drones. This whole thing with Diane Frankenstein is totally insane. I want you to stop and ask yourself a question. What have we heard about other than what Diane Frankenstein released? The torture techniques by our CIA. That's all the media is talking about. What happened to Ebola? Remember when Ebola was all we heard? That's all we heard about. And what happened prior to Ebola? Another event to captivate our attention. And while our attention is being captivated, what's happening behind our backs? I have no doubt that there are a lot of events that are taking place behind our backs that we're going to find out about when they're ready to let us find out about them. Distract, divert, to deceive. That's all this administration has ever done. And that's all they're going to continue to do. This whole release of these CIA torture techniques, who gives a damn? Those 3 or 5 or 10 terrorists that were caught on the field of battle are still alive today. Yeah, they might have suffered. But what do you think the families of those that get beheaded do when they go to bed at night thinking of their loved one's head on a desert sand? What do you think the families that see their little children's head on spikes, on poles in parks? What did I hear? Oh, I heard that the Islamists have killed tens of thousands of Christians, of non-believers, last month alone. Tens of thousands. And we've got this Diane Frankenstein trying to hang out our CIA. She herself said that she expects some fallout. But it has to happen because the American people have to know the truth. The truth about what? The truth that we have mentally unbalanced members of Congress that are the lawmakers? We already know that. The truth about what? About some individuals being tortured? Rush Limbaugh said it best. What about the families that watched their children fall out of the Twin Towers instead of wanting to be burned to death? They're falling from 400, 500 feet in the air. That's torture. Waterboarding terrorists is not torture. It's obtaining information. John Brennan, the director of the CIA, he came out in defense of the CIA. He's a Democrat. I'll guarantee you, Obama was bouncing off the walls when Brennan was talking. And I'll guarantee you that Obama's ripped him a new, you know what. But at least he had the balls to say what he said in defense of the CIA agents. And you got this mentally unbalanced Diane Frankenstein. There was no reason for her to do what she did other than to distract, to divert, to deceive. It's completely insane. That's what it is. And I'll guarantee you, as soon as this thing blows by, there'll be another one that'll captivate your attention and the American people's attention for the next 3, 4, 5 weeks. And after that, there'll be another one. How many months were spent talking about the IRS? And what came of it? Nothing. How many months were talked about Fast and Furious? What came of it? Nothing. How many months, if not years, were talked about Benghazi? What came of it? Nothing. Wake up, America. You can't be that stupid, can you?